Hmm. All right. Hey, everyone. Todd here, internalarchitect.com. I'm going live right now just as a way to kind of do this kind of quick and just to kind of give you all an update of what is going on with me. Um, this is day 5 post chemo, and it was my goal to kind of give you an update of what's happening, what's going on, how I'm feeling, kind of the whole 9 yards of where I'm at after 5 days of chemotherapy or of infusions, or 5 days since infusions. And that's what that's what this is. But before I begin, please hit subscribe below and hit the bell for notifications so you know when I put out a new video. Trying to put these out as often as I can at the moment, kind of feeling dependent on how I'm feeling and dependent on how everything is going with treatment. As you can tell, I'm a little bit hoarse, and I don't know if that's because of the chemotherapy or if it's just, I mean, I haven't been screaming. I haven't gone to a concert, so I don't know why I would be kind of half losing my voice right now, but I'm going to just kind of roll with it anyway. So this is day 5, I think, since my infusion on Wednesday, and I wanted to kind of put this out there so that you all know kind of what is happening. And I've been kind of going through a lot of things. Obviously, physically, I've been pretty run down. I think some of you saw that I was able to go out for a bike ride on Wednesday evening once I got home from infusion, and that was just amazing. I was able to get out and I actually felt pretty good, and the chemotherapy hadn't really kicked in. Obviously, the infusion happened and everything else, and I just kind of was like, okay, let's just kind of do this and just kind of get out for a little spin and do whatever, and that actually felt really good. The next day, I took it really easy. On Thursday, it was just kind of a day to just kind of relax and just kind of see what was happening and let the body kind of do what it was going to do and let kind of the chemo start to do its thing. It wasn't too bad. I was definitely fatigued and definitely just kind of groggy and kind of feeling like I wasn't 100% there. And so that kind of, I spent all day Thursday just relaxing and just kind of watching TV. I actually slept a fair amount also, and just took my time and just kind of let the body kind of do what it does, you know. Friday, I actually went to work, and I'm still kind of, the jury's still out on how I feel about whether I should have just stayed in and just kind of taken another day to rest or whatever. But it actually was kind of nice to get out and work, and fortunately my job is super supportive of everything going on. And so I don't feel like I have to worry about potentially losing a job per se. Just, they're super supportive, and they're basically taking the approach that any day that I can give them after treatment or whatever is just a bonus day for them. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that mentality and that mindset coming from them, because it's really important that I don't feel like I'm going to be losing out on something because of something that's kind of out of my control. So I ended up going to work all day Friday. Well, not all day, but a good majority of the day Friday. And I definitely hit a point where I was like, I had to send a text to everyone being like, I am pretty much done, guys. So don't put any more work on the schedule for me. And that was all good. I just need to, again, it comes back down to making sure that you have good communication going on with the people around you, that, just to make sure that expectations aren't getting too wild and crazy and whatnot. So I think that's been a huge thing, and that's been really good to help, one, with them, and two, to help with me too. So it was good to get out and work a little bit on Friday and just kind of do my thing. And I actually ended up getting a little bit early, and I think I actually came out here and actually did a video too, just to get it out and whatnot. So I don't remember. The days are a little bit blurry at the moment, but. And then yesterday was, I basically slept all day yesterday. I was pretty beat, and that's why I was just like, this is, I think that's why I ended up sleeping a good majority of the day. I'm actually sleeping really good, which is nice. And and feeling like I'm actually getting good rest, which is huge right now. And so I was, with that said, it was, I've just been taking time to rest. And then today, this is Sunday, and it was today's actually the first of September. So happy 1st of September, everyone. And I felt like I was just kind of chomping at the bit to just get a little bit of exercise. So I actually rode my bike out here to the office, and it was my intention to put a video out and kind of talk to you guys and do this, but I wanted to just get out and pedal a little bit and just kind of move a little bit and get my body working again, and start really kind of pushing myself over the hill of the chemotherapy. So far, so good. Definitely fatigued. There's no doubt about it. And that's, I think, been one of the toughest things, is knowing going into this that I've been at the strongest I've been in a really, really long time, knowing that I am having to go through this. So that's kind of been the mental challenge for me, is just, I feel like I am I was physically at a place where, I was ready to, I could tackle on anything. And literally I am, having lymphoma come back, knowing that I have to go through the treatment, knowing that my body is getting absolutely hammered right now because of this, to fight the disease is frustrating. And it's tough, because when you work so hard doing something that really makes you feel good, to make you feel as good as you possibly can, and then you have this come back and it becomes the next challenge in your life, it's frustrating, and it's hard to kind of wrap your head around, because you really just you don't want to believe that it's there, because when you do everything, you're doing everything to be right. One, to keep this disease from coming back, and then two, because you take a lot of pride in the work and the work and effort that you put into getting yourself into shape and making yourself feel as good as you possibly can. Knowing that this is back, knowing that you have to go through treatment, it's really it's hard. It's definitely a mind fuck in a way, and it just it doesn't get any easier. But at the same time, I'm constantly telling myself right now that I need to be patient. I need to let this happen. So, this has been another big lesson in just, in my own humility, and also in just my own patience of being okay with where things are at right now, and knowing that I am going to get better. It just right now is really tough. And knowing that I've spent a lot of time really being really diligent about my own health, and having this all kind of happen, having this all get to a point to where I have to battle it again. It's not an easy thing. So the biggest thing I'm doing right now is just not letting myself spin out of control, because it could be really easy, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of depression. So, today is kind of the first day. Like I said, I rode out here. It wasn't very far, just a couple miles, and fortunately it's mostly downhill, but it was good to kind of just spin and just get the legs going, feel some fresh air. Not that I have a lot of hair or anything, right? But just to feel some air, some wind in my face, and just feel the breeze out there and everything. And it just feel some sun on my neck and my face. And it just feels good when you can get out. It's such a positive way to just kind of turn that attitude around, and it was just, it felt good. And I'm really looking forward to riding my bike home this evening. And that's, I think, I wanted to kind of touch on is this is a good example of why you need to take your health so important as a cancer survivor. Because I honestly, if it wasn't because of biking, if it wasn't because I was so in tune with where I'm at physically, I may not have known that my lymphoma came back. I wouldn't be in this position right now getting treatment in the early stages of this. And I think that's kind of a testament to the reason why we as a nation, in the United States of America, need to kind of take our health a lot more seriously, because once we are aware of everything that's going on with our body, or we're more aware of what's going on with our body, we can start really making the right choices if something is not working correctly. And that's, I can't tell you how much I feel so strongly about this. So, just keep that in mind. I think it's, for me, I'm trying to do things. I've always been one to kind of show by example, by doing, by being the one that does the things. And by me going out and just being very active, being very conscious about my own health, hopefully will help reflect and resonate with the rest of you that this is something that really you need to do also, especially if you're a cancer survivor. This is like more paramount than a lot of things, because I'm the perfect example of why you need to do this in order to catch the cancer, the secondary cancer that is most likely going to come back in your life. I'm not going to say that it will, but the odds are really, really high, and I'm the perfect example of that. So I think, you know, I, after all this stuff and after everything's been going on, I feel good. I'm definitely dealing with a little bit of chemo brain. My memory is, I'm doing a lot. I'm trying to read a fair amount, and I'm just trying to do the things that'll help keep everything kind of working in my head so that I don't really lose too much memory or lose too much of the the things that I've worked so hard on. It took me a long time after the first round, or after my first bout, that it took me a lot of time to kind of feel like I'm getting memory back. I can remember things. My short-term memory isn't all over the charts. And now it's like kind of going back into this. I know this is going to be a frustrating thing, not only for me, but for my wife and for my family too, because they know that it becomes a tougher thing, especially on the caregivers of the people that are helping us out. So these are all things I'm thinking about as I go into the whole, as I go into this, I'm constantly thinking about my mortality. I'm constantly thinking about, how I feel at the moment with the chemotherapy. And I'm just trying to live right now in this moment, and just trying to really enjoy the time, see the people that come into my life at that moment, and respond to the people that reach out. And that's really the best I can do at this point. I love the fact that, this YouTube channel is slowly growing. It's slowly picking up steam. And that's my whole goal, is to kind of help everyone, survivors, cancer patients, friends, people that are just, caregivers, everyone that is like having a hard time trying to understand a little bit about cancer, gives them a little bit of a glimpse into inside what it takes to kind of deal with cancer from a very personal perspective. So if you have any questions, obviously hit me in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I'll respond as soon as I can. And I just can't tell you enough how much I thank you all for watching and just listening to me also ramble a little bit. But, I appreciate your time and your energy watching the videos. And, like I said, if you have any questions, hit me in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next video.